We are discovering more information about what's exactly been going on inside the SNP establishment over this financial corruption. Well, in this video, we're going to explain it to you. Absolute shambles. Yep, the shambolic SNP continue to be under investigation by the police. Something that started a while ago, but it was kind of slowing down for a bit until Nicola Sturgeon resigned and Humza became leader. And suddenly, the police are back out and they're removing evidence, collecting evidence from Sturgeon's house and the SNP's head office and everything else. But we knew that they were hiding something, right? But now we know slightly more about who said what and what the SNP officials actually decided to do. It's slowly coming out, everything. So first things first, we've now officially discovered, formally, that SNP have been, by the actual officials, been keeping finances a secret amid questions over missing funds. So this isn't the obvious. Obviously, we knew they were keeping a secret, but this is actually specifically relates to the police investigation. So the moment the investigation started, they've decided to actually not cooperate and keep everything a secret, which is a little bit dodgy, right? At best. A little bit dodgy at best. So that's that. But we discovered that there were a number of people inside the SNP, as a family and as a party, who wanted to become more open and transparent. They wanted to publish the details. Not only they were stopped by certain people like Peter Morrell, but also they got into trouble. So this is Keith Brown. Keith Brown, one of the deputies, proposed to open up finances for transparency, but he was sacked by Humza Yousaf. Interesting, right? So you know how Humza has been trying to distance himself and everything else, and he's saying, well, I'm just a new generation. I'm going to be creating a new, fresh start and a new management. Well, he sacked Keith Brown without any reason, and interestingly, it was the same time when Keith Brown was proposing to open up finances for transparency. So this is a new discovery that, again, it ties everything together in terms of the timing of all these events that's been going on in Scotland. Now, one of the SNP sources, they're all coming out now in whistleblowers and also some who are trying to defend the party. One of them actually said that the main blockers of this proposal to change were people in the non-elected positions, like Peter Morrell and Christian Oswald. So it is fascinating. The chief executive of the party at the time, Peter Morrell, who is also Nicola Sturgeon's husband, these people had more power than the elected officials, whether it was the local politicians of the SNP or members of the Scottish Parliament or members of Westminster Parliament. Even though some of them spoke out against it, saying, well, we have to actually cooperate, we have to be more open and transparent, it was the non-elected establishment types who did the cover-up. So they covered up the whole thing, and now we're finding out more information about, we thought that it was primarily every SNP MSP or SNP MP who were all in it together. Well, some of them are trying to shift the blame now, saying that Oswald or Morrell and many others who are trying to cover up the whole thing. So they're throwing him under the bus, basically. Now, Roger Mullen, the former SNP MP, said that he had been blocked from bringing forward governance reforms while on the National Executive Committee. So Roger Mullen was actually part of the National Executive Committee, but he was still stopped by the unelected ones. Symptomatic of this it is a failure of transparency, where senior members of staff and a few others refused to reveal information that would assist good governance, according to Roger Mullen. He also said that there was also too much control of what was allowed to be discussed in the hands of unelected people. So these two aspects, architecture and culture, need significant improvement. It's absolutely chaotic. I mean, sometimes people say, well, the Tory party, as a political party internally, is not democratic. You've got the party board, and you've got a couple of members of the national convention, the voluntary part of the party, on the board. But in reality, it's basically like a corporation, the Tory party. But the SNP, who claim to be pro-democracy and transparency and reforms in politics, are you kidding me? They're the most secretive party. And considering that Scotland has been effectively a one-party state, and the party involved, in charge, is a secretive party. It's basically North Korea. Not on the same level, obviously, but it's very, very concerning what's going on. But I'm glad these things are coming out slowly. We'll keep you guys posted on all the updates, even if it's a small update like this, because it matters to get them all, put them all together. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.